there's always a few familiar faces floating around. I try to use old characters wherever I can, in the same way that a carpenter might use bits of wood left over from a botched chair or something like that. So I try and fill in those holes with people who are familiar. So we have Bayaz lurking in the background, steering events, and Black Dow appears on the northern side of the battle, Marshal Croy on the southern, and there's all kinds of other people who close, tight readers may recognise from previous chapters. The heroes themselves are this ring of standing stones on top of a worthless hill in the middle of nowhere, but they become, incidentally, the focus for this battle, and the two sides vie to control this hill that in normal life is completely worthless. But it also refers to the characters themselves, because the 6 central characters are all capable of being heroic in their own way, but at the same time they're all variously ambitious, incompetent, profiteering, selfish, greedy, violent. And so I suppose my idea was that very few people are heroic in every way and in every situation. Although in epic fantasy you see a lot of shining heroes, in reality people tend to be heroic under one circumstance and cowardly in another. So I wanted to kind of reflect that and look at the difference between heroic motivations and heroic actions and heroic outcomes, and try and pick the whole notion of heroism apart a little. Well, I'm continuing the idea of trying to fuse kind of epic fantasy elements with some elements from films, what I like. And so I'm having a go at writing a fantasy western. So a fantasy story that combines, with some of those classic things that you expect out of a western story: the narrowed eyes, the clenched jaws, and the staring